Yeah, I think you can begin your question once you see the number over there.
Yes, well, yeah,
Yes.
thank
Yeah. What's your question?
uh, so my question on the Scrum of Scrum, Balaji, like
Mm,
I totally get it. Like
mm,
Scrum of Scrum is a meeting
mm,
where multiple Scrum Masters will group together and they will
mm.
discuss on the intra-team dependencies. Right? Uh, in that, who will be the lead facilitator for that meeting? If it is a Scrum meeting, Scrum Master will lead it. For Scrum of Scrums, when the group of Scrum Masters meeting it, who will be the chief Scrum Master who will be doing that? Is it an Agile coach? That's my first point, like Enterprise Agile coach.
Mm.
And what is the agenda? How they will set the agenda? What will be the takeaways? And who will follow up on the action items?
Okay, so let me tell one by one. So first point is when you say okay, you had actually used the word. What is the word you have used? Inter team or intra team?
Intra team.
See, when you say intra-team, it means dependencies within the team, right? Because internet is outside world, intranet is within the company, correct?
Correct, correct,
So
correct.
the English meaning could be when you say intra-team, it is dependencies within the team. But when you say inter-team only, we generally go for SOS, dependencies across the team, multiple teams, correct?
Got it, Balaji. Yes,
Okay,
I should have replaced with yeah.
let me tell you based on my experience how it goes. See, I have worked in multiple engagements wherein slightly based on the contextual need, what exactly happens, who will attend, it's still driven by the contextual need. In some of the engagement, only the Scrum Master will be participating. But then the problem is, if there are some technical discussions, if there are some dependencies for which inputs need to come from a technical space, probably Scrum Master may not be the only candidate to give the answers. So in my couple of engagements, Scrum Master together with the technical lead, so two guys will be participating from each of the teams within the same program. So 2 into 5 10. If I have five, if I
Yeah.
have five programs, 2 into 5 10. These 10 guys will be participating and predominantly discussing on discussing on the feature level dependencies which are getting cut across multiple teams, of course within the same program. Okay. For
Yes.
example, there actually could be a shared feature, right? A particular feature will be shared across multiple teams. So unless and until we agree upon which team will start it, which team will follow it, then how we can do it. So as I explained in, let's say, one of my previous classes, you need to start thinking visually now, correct? So you put all the features like this here, F1, just give me a minute, F2, F3, simple board like this, F4 and F5. Now what we will do is, these are all the five features which I'm going to discuss, and let's say I'm actually putting here T1, team 1, team 2, 3, 4, 5. First we will start with an Excel file, and once we have clarity, then we will go to the Jira or whatever the tool you are actually using. So what we used to do is, let's say for example, something like this. This feature 1 is going to cut across team 1 and team 4. Feature 2 is going to cut across team 2. Okay. And feature 3 will be cutting across only team 3 and team 5, and this is alone here and here. So something like this, you start creating visual board, simple Excel. So now what will happen? Now we have a clarity. Yes, for the completion of feature 1, I need to interact with team 1 and team 4. We need to do this homework and then get inside the meeting and then refine the sheet there. Without understanding feature, without understanding the dependencies on a high level, if you are getting into Scrum of Scrum, maybe Scrum of Scrum is not going to service intended purpose, no purpose in an impactful manner. So do this activity and then get into the Scrum of Scrum meeting. Like, how do you feel now?
Yeah, wonderful, Balaji. Like I was blindfolded, like how to begin with. This kind of preliminary analysis should help us to kickstart this.
See, now one more thing you can do. Now the same board, I can even know, I can start thinking between the user stories also, right? For example, instead of these features, instead of the teams, for example, instead of teams at a program layer, I can even convert this to my team members. For example, here A, here B, here C, here D, here E. These are all 5 team members, and I can actually replace this one, right? For example, 1 minute wait. I am actually replacing the feature F with the user story. So
Yeah.
now what happened within the same product sprints, product backlog, while doing product backlog refinement, I can say, hey, okay, user story 1, both these guys, okay, user story 1 has a cut across some task with the person A and some task with the person D. Because in a real-time situation, that is how it will come. Generally, we cannot expect all the tasks within all the user stories. All the tasks within a single user story will be completed by one single person. Sometimes there will be some Jenkins for pipeline activity for the deployment of a user story 1, and this task alone will be owned by some other person D. So the concept is same. Depending upon the level of execution, use it within the team for user stories with your team members, or use it outside the team, put all the team names here, change the user story to feature.
Wonderful, Balaji.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
is your next question?
Okay. So I had 3 questions, like how can we set the agenda? So this explanation serves that purpose. Like we can figure out what discussion needs to be done and what question we
Correct.
have from this.
Correct.
Takeaways will be the meeting points, like the conclusion, what we make out of this conversation.
And the
Action
refined
item.
board itself. This board itself is getting refined. No, this refined
Exactly.
board itself is the takeaway.
Exactly.
So once you take this board to your daily stand-up meetings, right, which typically happens, you can use this board, and it will help us to enable us to further drive the conversation. Okay, so this
Exactly.
could be one way. Okay, so what was your next
And
question?
action items.
Okay,
Like if
now see,
in
for
case.
action items, what will happen? Now let me tell you, for example. Now user story 2, let's say a situation. Now we can once again convert this back to that the thing. 1 second, wait. Now we will convert these things now. Replace this with, and then make it as a feature. Oh, is it? I should not have selected it. Okay, okay.
Selected. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll now make it. See, now what you need to understand is, if I have a feature 3, okay, this is actually feature 3. Now feature 3 has a dependency which say, okay, now you take these other teams in this context, A, B, C, D. Now what needs to be done? Okay, which one to start first? Okay, feature 3 has a dependency with C and E. So okay, what is the flow state of this feature? Now, because now in a feature level board, you may be having discovery, define, design, implementation, and a done. Okay, discovery, define the feature, design the feature, implement the feature, followed by the done, and probably one more deployment. Okay, now like your user stories are getting flown right in the task board, your features are going to get flow from the left to right. Now take this feature in the meeting, we will be creating clarity. Okay, what particular task within this feature is pending with whom, for what reason, which one to start, because you need to have clarity on the dependency in terms of start to start, start to finish, finish to start, or finish to finish, which particular dependency flavor. So you need to drill down further to the user story level and create a consensus in that meeting. Before we regroup before the next meeting, we will do these activities. What will you do exactly depends on the context.
Correct.
So see, any cadence is an opportunity to keep the ball rolling. Don't look for a perfection, look for a progression. Can I become a better version than the current state? Okay, first you need to keep the ball rolling, right? For that, so that is the takeaway. So which particular task, which particular story within this feature need to be we need to begin the work? Are there any parallel activities which we can begin to optimize the effort, or activities need to go in a sequential mode? Those level of clarities you can create it here. Then when you go to the team, then you can discuss it with the team for a further breakdown activities. But that high level consensus will be created here.
Got it, Balaji. One quick thing is, we are discussing about Scrum of Scrum, but the flow from left to right, it explains more about Kanban.
No. See, just because I am using the word flow, it doesn't mandate Kanban. Everything need to flow from the left to right. No, your user stories also
Correct,
need to flow from left to right. Only thing, Kanban is an item-based flow, whereas Sprint is a batch-based flow. But still, both are flow only, right?
Got it, Balaji. Yeah.
Generally in sprint, what happens, we are putting all the stories attributed to a sprint goal, and then we are saying that it is a batch based flow, whereas Kanban might not have defined a goal. Each and every work item type can independently flow from left to right of the board. But even in your task board, whether you are using the sprint model also, you still need to make progress in your story getting moved from left to right? Only then it will meet the definition of done. No, only then,
Yes, Balaji.
only then it is deemed fit for that demo. Only when the demo ends, then I can give a sign off to promote the code to the next environment. So everything are interdependent activities from a system thinking perspective. Okay, so what was your next question?
No, I'm good with this. Like, I had only these questions for Scrum of Scrum.
All right. Okay. Then you had some other questions, a couple of more questions. Like, I think you can proceed with that.
Okay. It is more about the PI, like product program increment
planning,
right? As a beginner in Scrum Master, I am facilitating only the sprint planning activities for last some time. I had a practice of it. And after the mentorship program with you, I have learned on how can we facilitate better, what are do's and don'ts on those things. I have never been involved into program level planning or program level iterations, but I'm aspiring to do that in future as an agile coach. So I would like to understand, the PI planning is accountability of the Scrum Master or an agile coach?
Neither of them generally. PI planning is an accountability of a person called RTE, generally speaking, if you are implementing SAFe.
Okay.
Because this release train engineer can be viewed as your chief Scrum Master because he is acting at a program layer. See, what happens is, let's say for example, you have team 1, Scrum Master 1, you have team 2, let's say you have Scrum Master 2. In some cases, it may even happen for team 3 and team 4, I have some Scrum Master 3, and for team 5, I have Scrum Master 4. Now we are talking about a bigger container planning. PI planning is a bigger container planning. Point number 1 is, in terms of the longevity of that exercise or activity, typically it could be 8 to 12 weeks of effort. Point number 1. So typically you can take, just for our discussion purpose, you are planning something for 10 weeks. Now, one more point is, it is not just with a single team's work, right? You have 5 teams. So how am I going to do my 10, okay, how am I going to spend my time for the next 10 weeks across multiple teams, integrated towards a common objective or a shared goal? Because the goal of all the team level objective will be synthesized and rolled up to something called a PI objective. See, generally people tell PI objective is only decomposed into team level objective. Fine, perfectly fine. But the flow is practically bidirectional, right? Because when I drill down on the team level objective, few more thoughts will get created. So sometimes all the team level objectives are also getting synthesized and rolled up to create a PI objective. Now every team has an objective for that 10 weeks, and all the software code branches of multiple teams will be integrated in the DevOps pipeline using something called a single code branching releases strategy, wherein I emphasize all the code branches to be integrated to the main line or the trunk line. If and only if, then I can do a system demo, which is an integrated demo. So from a visual thinking perspective, how you need to visualize is like something like this. You still continue with your team level cadences, but on top of that, you have one more layer for your program level. Actually speaking, I have one more layer in my engagement for my portfolio. So I have three things like this. All my team level cadences will be the inner circle, innermost circle, or okay, whatever, like whatever the shape you call. And the intermediate thing is the program layer, product owner sync up, product manager sync up, PI planning, feature backlog refinement, ART sync up, means agile release train sync up. Anything and everything which happens in the program layer is here. When it comes to portfolio layer, it is epic and sub-epic cleanup, and mapping the epic to investment themes in the rally and funding those epics, and tagging that investment themes back to portfolio KPI using something called the EBCM, Enterprise Business Capability Model. So what I'm trying to say, all the things should resonate harmoniously. You continue with your team level ceremonies. On top of that, you continue with your program level cadence. On top of that, I have my portfolio level cadence, because the target audience is going to differ. Because here my product owner may participate. Here also sometimes my product owner may participate. Whereas in the portfolio level, the epic owner, the business sponsor, or who is going to fund the initiative, those guys will be participating. So when you are looking into a cadence, understand the cadence. What are we doing? Why are we doing? Who are the target audience? At what level it is being executed? What is the input and what is the outcome expected? Like that, you may need to read slowly, one by one.
Yep, got it, Balaji.
Okay, so now what we'll do? Let me take a pause here. 1 minute.